So I realize that this is a rough road, but a catalyst for change in a society is usually persona non grata with those who have been the beneficiaries of the system. A catalyst for change has to be able to withstand the insults, the humiliations, the abuses, and the slurs. What's wrong with my running for president of this country? After all, for 15 years, I have been the ghostwriter for a lot of them.
Shirley Chisholm, a radical politician from the late 60s who became the first black woman elected to Congress, along with becoming the first black woman to run for president. Shirley refusing compromise with the problems she faced, she delivered the message. With enough courage, anyone has the ability to overcome discrimination. Shirley Chisholm was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York on November 30th, 1924. She grew up in a black populated community, the Bedford Stuyvesant neighborhood of Brooklyn, where she attended girls' high school. She earned her Master's of Arts from Brooklyn College, moving on to graduating from Columbia University with a Master's in Elementary Education. After attending Brooklyn College, Chisholm decided to pursue a career in politics. During the time, racism, sexism were raging forms of discrimination. Having the idea of a black woman take part in national government was unheard of. Being that Chisholm didn't take no for an answer, she began to run for the House of Representatives in 1968. Chisholm ran and won the bid for a position in Congress, which represented the 12th congressional district in Brooklyn. Shirley then went to Washington, D.C. as the first black congresswoman in history. As if being elected in Congress wasn't impactful enough, in 1972, she continues her mission by rejecting social standards and running for President of the United States. Even though Shirley Chisholm's bid for the 1972 presidential election ended unsuccessfully, she left a big impact for the people of the United States. She showed that an African American and a woman could run for president. More importantly, she ran to be the voice for the people unheard. Throughout her career, she fought for education and social justices for African Americans, as well as supporting many women's rights groups or organizations. Shirley Chisholm was treated unfairly not only because she was black, but because she was a woman. The inspiration she left for African Americans and the women's community is for them to not be afraid to speak up for what they believe in. Shirley Chisholm inspired them to take the role of leadership as well as being proud of who they are, despite what color or gender you may be. If it weren't for Shirley's bravery she gave to these communities, the world today would not have the same leaders, neither would African Americans or women would have the courage to be themselves.
1968, I would remind all Americans at this hour of the words of Abraham Lincoln, "A house divided cannot stand."